Also, this is part two to my be loyal to yourself rant. What becomes of the world if everybody decides that they're just gonna keep quiet when they see something being done that's wrong? Like last night I was watching this movie. It's called Minions. I think it's The Rise of Gru. And in one of the scenes, there was well, Chinese lady. She was in her booth doing her massage, her acupuncture, and then there were those people, those three guys that if you've watched the movie, you know what I'm talking about. It's just a scene where like the little minions, three of them are getting beat up by these huge guys. And she leaves her job, what she's doing, and she goes outside and she says, "You like to pick on little people, huh?" And then like she beats them up and tells them to go on their way because those little minions were getting beat up by these big ass strong men. And it's like that's an example of seeing something being done that's wrong and not deciding to just close your blind and be like, it's not my business. No, it's you going out of your way to doing something about it because that's the right thing to do. You can't see things happening and just be like, oh, it's not my business. And a lot of the times you see this in the black community. As a black person, I do consider like I'm black. And it's like sometimes you don't want to identify with people when they're constantly just doing like bullshit. It's like you would literally see this in the black community, especially with like Jamaicans. People are just like miserable. You know what I mean? Misery loves company. Like I remember there was this one time at my ex job where there was this woman. She came to work. She was like an agency worker, and I'm from Canada, by the way. And like her shift's done, and then like her key, when you have a car key, like it open, like how it could open, and then like the part for the key, if you have like a Honda, that part, the metal part could come off, but you just have to open it up and put it back in. Anyways, long story short, like there was this guy, and like all he had to do was kind of like look at the key, and you can tell that like it just needed to be open and clasped back, and then it would work and she'd be able to start her car. This guy was like, I can't make her shit my problem. She needs to just take a cab and go home and get her spare key and come back. Do you know how much that was gonna cost? This lady was an agency worker. She probably laid less than $200 just now, and you want her to take a cab, go all the way to Toronto and come back. It's like she just wasted her whole time. The lady came inside. I took the key and I opened the thing. I was like, it's an easy fix. I fixed the key. She came back inside and she gave me a hug. It was that easy to fix this person's problem. And she was so happy. These are the things, bro. Like, people are so miserable. Like, it's so sad, actually. And that's why the world is going through what it's going through right now, because nobody wants to take the time to just like help somebody out. People are taking your kindness for weakness. People are taking advantage of good people out here, and it's like really wrong. You know what I mean? People are passive aggressive. Like, you decide that someone might ask me, like for example me, people would like, I feel like I'm the type of person that people get attached to me or attracted to me, and I love myself. I take very good care of myself, guys. Like, it's not something where I'm trying to brag or like, but in a way maybe because like I really do value taking care of myself. If I'm tired, I sleep. If I'm tired, I just sleep the whole day. If I'm sad, I take a day to myself. Some people, they don't even have that luxury. Like, you're literally living out here like a slave. You know what I mean? That's why I don't have any kids, because I refuse to be that person who's just like miserable all the time. I want to live my life for me first. I want to enjoy my life. The last place that I worked, that I just gave that example of that guy. It's like you go to certain places, bro, and like once you're observant, you get to see how people are really miserable, and then they try to act like they want you to be miserable like them. Like I said in my video before, I have an IUD, which is a birth control. It's birth control to stop me from, and I don't even have sex. Like, I literally don't. You know what I mean? But still, like, I want to be super careful. I had a boyfriend before, and I don't have a boyfriend anymore. That's why I'm saying I don't even have sex. But I was just determined that, like, no matter what, it doesn't matter if I don't have a ring on my finger. I'm not trying to get pregnant for nobody's son. And more so because I'm not ready to have kids yet. So yeah, but like people will get themselves in a bind and then try to make it your problem, and it's just like this is a constant thing. It's like constantly around me where people feel like because they're going through some shit, you have to be going through some shit too because they're fucking miserable. They want you to be miserable too, but everything in life is a choice. I'm so grateful that like God has blessed me with being me. Like, I'm just so observant. If I don't like something, I don't participate in it. I use my intelligence and my beauty and the things, my God-given gifts, to push me forward in life, and I will continue to do so. A lot of times people will hate on you. They know that you're capable of doing certain things and they just won't give you the opportunity because you're prettier than them, you're smarter than them. That's the world we live in now. People don't value you for being good. So you just have to be independent and do things on your own. Because I can't be looking to you for an opportunity if you think I'm better than you. I don't think I'm better than nobody, but there are people out here that they would look at you and they're like, oh, she's prettier than me, she's better than me. I have to hate on her. It's fucking sad. Like, it really is, because at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck about people. I care about myself. I love my family. But even if my family, like, decide that they want to do some fuck shit to me, they could go to hell too. Like, you have to really be willing to stand on what you say. Just, people say, like, blood's thicker than water. Like, people make up all kinds of shit. All kinds of shit. To just have words coming out of their mouth. Being a good person is what matters. Being kind to people. That's it. Minding your fucking business. Stop being passive aggressive. Stop thinking because you're miserable, other people have to be miserable too. Minding your fucking business. Minding your fucking business. That's a huge one. Minding your fucking business. Big one. People don't know how to mind their fucking business anymore. Always trying to be in your fucking shit. I don't want to tell you. That's my private life. Why do you want to know? I don't ask you about your shit. You're just out here complaining. That's why everybody know your fucking business. I don't do that shit. You're not going to fix my problems at the end of the day. God fixes my problems. I pray to God. I tell God what's going on with me, not fucking people. People will literally wait for you to tell them some shit about you so they can use it against you. You ain't gonna get it from me, bitch. I'd rather make up a lie and tell you what you want to hear. Oh, you want to hear this? I've worked with people that would be like, oh, I have kids at home, and they don't have kids. Just because. No, literally. Whether it's to use it as a way to whatever, to take advantage of you or whatever. It's like, you don't have kids, you don't have kids. Some people would say they have kids at home and they're referring to their dogs and their cats. I rate that, because technically they are, because you have to take care of them. But that's the world we live in. You can't just be your fucking self. People are always just trying to find ways to make you miserable like them. But as for me, bitch, I'm gonna continue to pray to God like I always do. Be thankful for another day and keep it pushing. Period. No one's gonna bring me down to their level. If you want to be miserable, those were your choices. Just like I live my life and I make my choices, you live your life and you make yours. Don't complain. Own that shit. Stop trying to be the victim all the time. Just own it. And mind your fucking business. And drink some water while minding your fucking business. But at the end of the day, be loyal to yourselves. That's it. Be on your fucking side. Be selfish. People don't give a fuck about you. At the end of the day, people gonna always choose themselves. People gonna always choose themselves, even if they do it behind your back. You do it in their face so they know and they respect you more. People respect you more when you're fucking honest. Then again, who gives a fuck? Do it for yourself.